the standard built by hand.
Hey guys, and welcome back to The Standard. I'm Liz.
And I'm Keto.
Today, we're talking about luxury versus budget roofing, and if you could even tell the difference. Say something.
Yes.
We're talking about luxury versus budget roofing, and if you can actually tell the difference.
Yes, you definitely can, especially in longevity. Proud that I got to say that word out fully, not make a mistake. Yes, if you plan on staying in your house for any length period of time, you definitely don't want to go budget friendly.
But first, sip or skip.
Tool time with Kevin and Liz. Ooh, I didn't know this was fancy. Look, what does this do? What? I don't understand. Why is this even here?
Looks like maybe it pulled it tighter, but
It can't go anywhere. All right, comment in the, make a comment below. Why do you have this? That makes no sense.
maybe we should ask one of the guys that actually uses it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If anybody uses it.
It's a back scratcher.
Wow.
Okay, now we're done with that segment. Next segment.
Sip or skip.
No, I just say no. It's. Is it the same as last week? You probably mixed two things together, didn't you? Wow. It starts out fine because it tastes like chocolate, but then you guys mix something. Oh my God. I knew there's something here. I'm seriously gonna puke.
So annoying.
There's no way you're drinking that. Ah, there it is. Takes that long. Takes that long. Give it 5 seconds. I brought water.
I think you're just actually ill.
Well, now
This
you are.
tastes great.
No.
Okay, well, it is.
I need gum or something.
I'll wait for you to stop being dramatic,
It's horrible.
if that ever happens.
I'm
Today,
always serious all the time.
you can be serious and dramatic.
Yeah.
Anyways, so today we had the same thing as last week. However, I think it might have been a different roast of Lavazza.
That's that good stuff too, isn't it?
Yeah, and to be fair, I attempted to chill it for you, but you didn't have your ice cubes.
Because I used them today already. In my tea. Because there's nothing wrong with tea.
Anyway, so rate it. Obviously, I'm drinking it, but
Really? It's like not hot for you. It's going to be a 4. Last week
warm.
was like a 6. This is definitely a 4 because there's a taste. Yeah. Do you know why I started drinking tea, Liz?
yes,
Do you?
yes.
Oh, please share.
Because of the army, and you needed caffeine, and they had coffee or tea, and you didn't like coffee.
Yeah, but specifically, more to it. You don't remember the story. She doesn't remember any of the stories I tell her.
Because he says so many.
Specifically, it was in Korea. My buddy Tommy, rest in peace. He passed away a couple years ago. We were working security on a intelligence tent area, and yeah, it was in the middle of the night and it was freezing out, and I had to be warm.
Oh, I thought it was caffeine.
No, it was tea. Well, could have been caffeine too because it was in the middle of the night in Korea, but it was fun. It was a good time. Instead of sip or skip, we're gonna have Army storytelling time with Kevin.
Comment below if you want that. Any comments that say they want him to talk more will be deleted, so. Let's talk about why the cheap roofing quotes are so tempting. So when someone is told it'll be $8,000 for a roof, what aren't they being told?
Well, chances are they're probably actually not being told the products that are going to be used. You know, it is what it is, where some people just need to have the cheapest thing possible, and so they don't care. So you won't be told the manufacturer of the roofing material, so therefore you won't be told the warranties. And if you're not told the manufacturer's warranties, then you're probably not told the workmanship warranties, or they're going to be like 1 year.
And what does a contractor special mean in real terms?
A contractor special would definitely mean, I'll just go through the list. It'll be the least expensive shingles, the least expensive underlayment, probably not the correct amounts of underlayment or ice and water shield, probably not replacing your flashing systems along your walls, along your protrusions. Once again, probably no warranty. I mean, it's special for a reason.
And maybe just a roof on top of another roof?
Yeah. In today's day and age, I mean, technically you could still roof over top of another roof. You could more than likely have 2 layers on your house. I can't remember the last time we did that, just because building codes and stuff like that, they want you to have the right amount of ice and water shield. 95% of all shingle manufacturers won't warranty the roof if you put it on top of another roof.
But from the street, a cheap roof can look just as good as the more expensive roof at first.
Great point. Yes. Well, all right. Let's just say you should have at least about 30 days before things will start going bad. Maybe 60 or 90 days. However, and you can see this on new construction houses, because they all use very inexpensive shingles most of the time. You'll see a gradient pattern on there, and that's from day one, to where literally one bundle will be different. So it'll be like on an angle, will be, let's say black. Black's really bad. Darker the color, the worse it looks. You have black, and then above it, you'll have like a dark gray. And then you'll have the black again. So you'll literally see the streak of the shingles, because there's just no quality control there, or they weren't rinsed enough when they're being made. I won't go down the technical road, but to view a shingle being made is actually quite a process. It's pretty cool. That's that coffee I'm belching up. 2 little sips. I need to wash it down with a Boss Dog Chili Dog. Shout out to Boss Dogs, Lisle, Illinois. Sponsor us.
You talk to them.
I will. They bake their own hot dog buns every day. Literally, if there's 4 panels of hot dog or menus on there, 3 of the panels are hot dogs. And the fries are out of this world. Hand-cut fries that they make every day too. And they're crispy. How do you do that?
This isn't an ad, by the way.
No.
I don't know what he's doing.
No, but you need to put it in, and I'm going to tell the owners there every day. I'm going to tell them to check us out.
Boss Dogs, sponsor us.
Or just check us out. Spread the word. Hot dog stand while we're doing a roof. Oh. Who doesn't like hot dogs? You could buy a cheap hot dog, or you could buy a hot dog for a couple bucks more. Do you want a cheap hot dog? No. You want a good hot dog. Same thing with fries. It's like everything in the world. We're not the cheap hot dog.
Except for those cheap vanilla Oreos from Aldi's.
Those are pretty good. Yeah, those are pretty good. And they're right next to the regular Oreos if you don't like them. What
are the 2 roofs we're putting head to head today?
I'm going to go ahead with what we use and highly recommend, which is Malarkey roofing. So it's a polymer modified asphalt shingle, which means that there's rubber inside of the asphalt with it too. And then a whole bunch of other things that in there that just make it really good for your roof, but not only good for your roof, but also for the environment. It fights smog. It has recycled plastics in there. It's just a really good product. So anyways, to you. The minimum shingle comes with a class 3 impact resistant, and then the next 2 above that both come with class 4 impact resistance. So what that means is that, it should mean you're going to get a deduction on your homeowner's insurance because it's more resistant to hail. So we're just going to take that shingle here, and we're going to compare it to another no-name shingle that costs a little bit less. All right? I'm not going to say a name. I'm not going to say a name at all. Actually, so I'll start back a little bit. So let's compare that, the Malarkey shingle, to CRC. You could buy at Menards, so big box shingle. Or Home Depot has GAF's cheap, emphasis on cheap, lesser expensive version at their box stores, which is Natural Shadow, I think it's called. So let's just take those. Those, Malarkey compared to either one of those two, night and day difference. Unfortunately, here's where you're going to get the warranties, the manufacturer quote unquote warranties are all going to say limited lifetime. But we use the whole Malarkey system, so we actually take that limited lifetime, make it into a real lifetime shingle that you could actually transfer to a new homeowner. Now the other guys, they're going to say limited lifetime, and then most of those, the cheaper brands, they will say they cover everything but aesthetic defects. It has to leak. So when they lose granules, the things that actually protect it, they don't have to cover that. It literally has to leak on your house in order for them to cover that warranty.
So what should homeowners expect each of these shingles to handle?
So like the environment, like we just talked about. So as I just mentioned, the Malarkey shingles have class impact resistance. So if you're replacing your roof due to a storm, you won't have to replace them with Malarkey.
And what about heat and sun exposure? What does that do to a roof over time?
Technical time. She doesn't even know she walked into this one. So actually, the 3M molecules in Malarkey shingles react with the sun to fight pollution and ozone and smog and stuff like that. She walked right into that. Now it could be a little geeky. It's funny, when we first started using Malarkey like 8 or 9 years ago, I just assumed it was something with, like when the rain hit it, that it did something with, fighting smog. But no, like it washed it away or something. But no, it's the sun. So the sunnier it is on your roof, the more it's fighting pollution and smog. That's so cool.
And why do cheaper shingles break down faster in the sun?
My gosh, there's going to be so many Mount Rushmores of Kevin going on here. So, because they actually deteriorate in the sun. So reverse, they actually break down with it. The drier it is, the hotter it is, the more they'll break down. And then I'm going to traverse real quick to winter. So I used to say we need ice and snow and freeze and thaw to destroy your roof, so we replace your roof quicker. So of course we still need that, and we're going to get that with the lesser expensive shingles. But Malarkey could actually be installed down to 0 degrees temperatures. Now, we're not going to have our crews on your roof when it's 0 degrees out, but rain, sleet, snow, or I got a whole bunch of S words I want to say there.
Right.
We could always install Malarkey.
What happens internally when a low-grade shingle gets hit with hail?
So, man, just give me a microscope. So what happens is, I don't know how I could do this. So you take my hand, right? Let's just say this is flat. And so what happens is that hail hits it, it's going to cusp down a little bit. And what that is that's the mat breaking down. So the granules don't really break down. They just get crushed into the mat. Now with Malarkey, because it's polymer modified rubber shingles, it withstands that, and then it could actually heal itself over time too. So it could go back up.
And why do some hail claims get denied on cheaper roofs?
Because they're cheaper roofs. No. So one, if they're not installed to manufacturer specifications. So when an insurance company comes out to inspect the roof, I hate to say it, but they make billions of dollars in the years that they lose money because they're in business to make money. So they're going to come out and look for anything they can to try and get out of that claim. So yes, if they see your house is trashed on every single elevation with damage, then they might go ahead and make that claim for you or accept that claim. However, if it's not installed correctly, if the shingle is just cheap and just deteriorates over time before the hailstorm, you just might not get covered on that. Unfortunately, hail and insurance falls down to that person coming out and the numbers of the insurance companies from the year before.
Time to talk about water and leaks. Why is water the biggest enemy of any home?
So it's funny, I always say I'm afraid of fire, right? But fire actually doesn't really... Yeah, I'm going off on a tangent here. So fire will destroy, but things will grow back from a fire. Water just destroys, just bury it. It finds the weakest spot. whether it's the roof, whether it's the ground. Think of the glaciers. Sorry, you just giving me stuff. Think of the glaciers when they came down and they froze, and then when they pulled back or when they melted, that indentation in that ground is still there for thousands of years. So if water gets into any section of your roof, it's going to weaken it and it's going to find its way in. Yeah, I could have said that like 2 minutes ago.
All right. Let's talk about the difference between a roof that only relies on the shingles versus a full roofing system.
So there you go, right? Your contractor special. So yes, the shingles are what Malarkey and other quote unquote asphalt fiberglass shingles, those are meant to keep the water out. And then you have flashing systems. But what if something fails? What if they blow off? You have to rely on the system that's underneath it, which is, in our case, the synthetic underlayment. We try to use Malarkey all the time. And then the ice and water shield, which is building code that it puts on. So those two things, say we tore off a roof and put it on today, and the weather got bad or whatever, and we just left the synthetic underlayment and the ice and water shield exposed, it could be exposed for 6 months. So therefore, you're paying for that. The contractor, the cheap contractor or the contractor special, they're using the least expensive stuff they can. It's gonna fail. It's not a waterproofer. Then just a little side tangent, she might go into it, is the higher end products, DaVinci, Real Cedar Shake, Slate, those products actually rely on the underlayments to keep the water out.
And why would someone see leaks on a roof that's 5 to 7 years old?
Yeah, so if something's 5 or 7 years old, I'm going to use this example right now that this is a friend of ours, actually. He reached out to us on Monday, and he sent us pictures that his roof was leaking. There's no snow, and it was a sunny day on Monday. There's no rain, no nothing. So what happened was he had condensation built up in his attic space from not enough insulation, not enough proper ventilation, and just quite frankly, he had a bunch of can lights, so it was probably letting in there. But so I guarantee you he had about a 1/4 inch of frost built up underneath his wood sheeting, and when it warms up and melts, it literally doesn't come straight down. It goes to the outside perimeter. So where someone might see a leak in 5 to 7 years, I'll be honest, whether it's a cheap shingle or a good shingle, you just don't know what else is going on in the house. Hence the reason we perform attic inspections every time we look at your roof.
Let's talk about numbers. What does the budget roof actually cost you over 10 years?
It costs you at least twice as much because you're paying for that roof again.
Well put.
Mic drop.
How often do you see homeowners paying for repairs on cheaper roofs versus a roof that uses things like Malarkey?
I'm going to segue this into a little bit of the hailstorm that happened in Orland 2 years ago. So we did Malarkey roofing in Orland Park, Tinley Park area, that area. Prior to that, we had zero issues on replacing a hail-impacted Malarkey roof because they just didn't have any impacts. So I forgot the question again.
How often do you see repairs on cheaper
Oh, how often do you see repairs? Sorry.
versus?
So great point on, I'll reference that storm again, is that people were either replacing their cheaper roofs because of the hailstorm or they were having us do repairs. Another thing is we can literally have the same people call us every year. Don't get me wrong. I don't knock it. It's business. I like it. But they'll call us every year, every other year to come back out and repair their roof in different sections. I mean, literally, this could go over 5 or 6 years to where that could be a lot of good money towards a new roof. So it happens more often than not. In that scenario, maybe I don't mind them doing that instead of putting on a cheap contractor special roof.
Okay, we talk a lot about energy bills here, but usually when we talk about those, we talk about windows. How could a better roof affect your energy bills?
I love all this technical stuff. So whether it's the better roof or when you choose a better contractor or a better shingle, more than likely you're going to get the best kind of roof venting you can get. All right. So, and more likely most cases, that's going to be a baffled ridge vent if you have enough ridge on your house to have that. Otherwise, our second thing will be a power vent or solar power vent. That's where I'd like to go. And then also, too, like I said, you're going to have the attic inspection. We're going to make sure that those eaves are open, or if we don't see them open, we're going to give you suggestions on opening them. So by getting the new, better roof, you're getting a better ventilation system to lower those energy bills.
So, in your opinion, is a cheap roof really cheaper?
I'm going to answer this honestly. The cheap roof is cheaper if you are a house flipper, if you're an investment property person, and I mean, yeah, and you're flipping, or you're going to sell in the next year or two. Yes, that is cost effective for you because you're getting out of it and you're passing the headache to somebody else.
Let's talk about something that people with a cheaper roof might run into: fighting insurance repeatedly. What can happen when you do it over and over again?
So this is very prevalent to this time frame in 2026. So it could change if this video holds for a few years. So right now, with the insurance market, at least, if you make, and people could combat this all they want to, but I got it right from my insurance agent. If you make 2 claims on your house within a time period right now, they're going to look to drop you. So let's just say you put on a cheaper roof and not a Malarkey roof, and you have a hail claim. You have a hail claim. You're going to replace that roof, and you go with the contractor special, the cheapest guy, and then you have another hailstorm 3 years from now. Boom, 2 claims, you're done. That's just all there is to it. Malarkey, you got 1 claim, you don't have to worry about it.
Let's talk about resale value. Can a contractor special or a bad roof affect someone's resale value negatively?
Yeah, definitely. So thinking about it this way, if someone gets on a new roof to sell a house, right? So you have option A, you have option B. Option A is to put on a cheap roof just to try and sell it. And yeah, you could put down that you just replace your roof and you're going to sell it. Option B, though, however, can be you put on a good roof with a company like us. We have a lifetime workmanship warranty that can be transferred. And then you have Malarkey's system warranty, which can be transferred too. So therefore, you just spent a lot of money to replace your roof as an expense or as an investment to sell your roof.
Let's talk about the final verdict. From the curb, can homeowners tell the difference between a luxury versus a budget roof?
Yeah, so remember before I said about streaking, it could either come out streaking from different bundles, or after a month or so when like the shipping oils burn off, you might be able to see it too.
Speed round. Answer these with a yes or no or one-word answer. From maintenance, energy bills, and stress, can you tell the difference then?
Yes.
What question should a homeowner ask instead of what's the cheapest roof?
How is this an investment for me and not an expense?
If someone is deciding between an $8,000 roof and a $25,000 roof, what should they really be thinking about?
Getting another estimate so you could really feel comfortable throwing out that $8,000 estimate.
So the real question isn't how cheap your roof is, it's how many times you want to pay for it.
Word.
Turns out the most expensive roof is the one you have to replace twice. Thanks for listening to The Standard.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Liz. We'll catch you next time.
Oh, we gotta give the phone number.
Oh, if you want us... If you want us to help you out with your roof or telling if you need a luxury versus a budget roof, give us a call at 708-448-4100. Or you can visit our website at stansroofingandsiding.com. We'll catch you next time.
This is the standard, red, white, and blue, built on sweat, faith, and follow through. From siding strong to decks that last, we honor the future, respect the past. In every
Actually, we just had to do that for a homeowner this year, where they had it replaced by a door-knocking storm chaser.
This is the standard,
And then, like,
built by
within
hand.
2 years later, we replaced their roof, and it was not inexpensive. Either time.
Okay, bye. You ready, Mr. Talent?
It's about time you finally recognize me for who I am. The talent.
It's opposite day. Can you move to the left?
No, can't.
Yes, you can.
Trying to kill me
Sorry,
again.
my left.
I told you to call me when you were ready.
I didn't. You just came. What? But first,
No, I gotta say something.
nope. Sip or skip.
You put me on the spot. I gotta say something.
Okay. Say something.
What was the question? Hey, ironically, sounded like a Black Hawk helicopter going over. Get down! Take cover!
I don't know what to do at this point. You were so distracted.
I'm good. Let's go. Let's go, bro. And I'm the one taking so long.
I need to buy a.
That has to be edited out.
It will. It's a TikTok sound. We're gonna get monetized. We can't get monetized.
Demonetized.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes.
But we don't get paid anyway, so this is just for the passion.
Can
the
you say-
passion for the game.
Can you say weapons?
Videos of people
I watch them all.
Right. Okay, stop talking. Are you done?
They're unloading now.
You gotta be kidding me. This week's just gonna be a bunch of bloopers. I'm not posting a video this week.
Okay. Won't that take you longer?
So, you answer stop. Stop doing that with your hands. Let's move on and talk about what we're actually comparing today.
Eggs.
What?
Why are eggs so different price from place to place? Those are literally the same.
Are you kidding me right now?
Okay, go ahead. If you'll be serious now, I will be.
I've been serious. You're the one that keeps talking about hot dogs and buns